They both actually have albums coming out soon, right?
Yeah,
Danny
I
and
think so.
Estevie. Do you have any songs that you could leak?
I don't know if you guys heard the song Santi.
Yeah. Of course we listen. Nano doesn't stop singing. He's been singing for a whole month straight.
Beep, beep.
That's his favorite song.
Y'all better come up with me.
Oh my god, can you if you teach me how to dance, I'll go up.
I started singing when I was like 9. I was
Academia?
11. Y'all know about that. Eslabon was there because they came up with Ivan that show, and his mom and him, they were telling me, you should like just take a shot of Valentina, and I was like, Valentina.
What's been your favorite city?
I'm in love with Texas.
All right, welcome back, y'all, to the RV podcast. Right now, we have a special guest, someone that we've been waiting for a long time. Is Estevie.
Hey, what's up?
We've
Guys,
been.
I just want to say that we're really nervous right now, so if we start stuttering,
Nah,
I'm so
I'm
sorry.
nervous.
Man, but the funny thing, my mom before this podcast, she was like, "Don't laugh," because I go really chinito when I laugh, and then yeah, that's just.
No, no.
All right, bro.
Thank
But,
you guys for having me.
No, we
I'm
appreciate
excited
you
to
too.
be here.
Thank you for coming.
I wanted to say first to start it off, you guys are probably wondering at home, how did you guys get Estevie in the podcast? Like, what's going on? Just I'm gonna give it a little. We could get into it a little more like down the line, but basically, she was opening, as everybody knows, Ivan Cornejo's concert, and we went to the very first one in Santa Cruz.
Yeah.
And we actually did a TikTok that I'm pretty sure most of you guys seen that Abel had put on his phone. He put "Blow Me a Kiss," and Estevie saw it, blew the kiss, and then 5 minutes later, you know, she brought another fan dance a cumbia song, and Abel was a little heartbroken, but it's okay. I just wanted to know, when you seen the TikTok, because you like commented on it, I just wanted to see like what was your like first thoughts on it when you seen the TikTok.
I was like, no manches. No, I was like, what? I was like, that's really creative. No, for real, I was like, how'd you even come up with that?
It's crazy. I didn't come up with it. He did.
Oh.
Yeah, he told me, he was like, he couldn't do it, but he was like, he was like, hey, Abel, he was like, put on your phone, blah, 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 right?
Mhm.
And then, I did it, and you looked at it like pretty quick, and then, you giggled, which made it even maybe like better because it looked like you were like nervous, and then, and you blew a kiss, and then I was like, what do I do now? I got nervous, and I looked at Chris like, what? And then like 2 seconds later, I got my heart broken. Almost left
My
the
bad.
concert and everything.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, I remember when that happened. It was the first show, and I remember I was like super nervous because I was like, shit, I don't know how Ivan's fans are gonna react to me. And like the cumbia, I was like freaking out before going on stage, and then like we even had like some technical difficulties before going on. So I was shaking for.
What was it like with the sound? It's
with
always
the-
some sound stuff, right? Or-
Yeah, the computer wasn't turning on. We were waiting. But yeah, a lot of people started putting things up on their phone, and I'd never seen that before, and I thought that was cool because I could just like read it.
Actually read it. Yeah.
And Santa Cruz was so cool. Like the energy was one of the best shows. For
One of the
me.
best shows.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
it's
then
good to hear.
When I brought that guy up, I like
Mhm.
that was so random. Like I wasn't even like planning on doing that or anything. But then after that show, I kept doing
You
it.
kept doing
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, we're kind of glad that you didn't pick none of us to go up
Oh my
because
God.
we're not the best dancers, so we would have been, you know.
Yeah, that guy volunteered. He was like, "Bring me up," and that's so weird because usually I'm like, "All right, who wants to like come up and be brave?" And like everyone's kind of shy sometimes.
Yeah.
So.
He actually saw the video as well.
He
Oh,
commented.
he
commented,
did?
yeah. So he saw the video
Yeah.
too. So he was like, "What did he say?" He was like, "Oh, that's me" or something like that.
Something
It's
like that. And I think a girl commented under his thing saying like, oh, you cheated on me, blah, blah, blah. Like,
No.
and I was like, damn.
Yeah, but since we're in the Yvonne topic, I wanted to, obviously, we know that you've been doing this for a long time. And you've been doing shows like all over the world, basically. I just wanted to know what was different opening for Yvonne, like the fans and like compared to the other shows you've been doing.
It was completely different. Like, I feel like his fans were so. At first, I thought like no one was gonna react to any of like my songs or anything. but they were really supportive, and like everyone would hype me up, and I really appreciated that. And like his fans are crazy. It was nice. It was a really good experience, and like working with Ivan too, like was crazy, and like his whole team, and he's like the sweetest person ever.
Yeah.
He's so nice, and it was just like a really good experience, and I feel like I learned so much from being on that tour, and it came like so unexpectedly too. Like one day they were like, "Oh, you wanna open for Ivan?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!"
Yeah. Did you
So-
call text your mom or call your mom like, Mom? Like,
Yeah, no, my mom was with me in the car. We were like driving somewhere, and they were like, "I guess we're going on tour next month."
That's dope.
So how's the tour life? Like, is it like tiring at all?
It's like stressful, but like for me, it hasn't been so tiring yet. Honestly, I kind of like it, and I get sad when I go back home now because I'm like, you just like do so much during the day when you're on tour, like you meet so many people, and then you're like on stage all the time, and I don't know, you just get bored after you're not when you're not on tour, but I like it a lot.
That's crazy too, because after Ivan, you kind of basically went straight into Eddie's, right?
Yeah, like a month. They were like a month
Damn.
apart. But like my favorite thing about tours is like getting to see different cities and like getting to know people. I love finishing my set and then like going out and like talking to the fans, and that's my favorite part.
What's been your favorite city?
I'm in love with Texas. I love Texas.
Damn.
We're a little heartbroken. It's fine. Is there like a specific spot in Texas?
The best show in Texas was probably Dallas. That one's crazy. Dallas.
We actually we've been in Texas once, but it was Houston, and yeah.
Houston was good too, but it was a little tough. But
A little tough.
the crowds over there are a little more tough, but it was still fun. I love it.
Also, like I said earlier, you guys actually invited us to go see the show over there in San Francisco, which is today.
Yeah.
So we're really excited for that. How did you like basically meet Eddie, or like did he hit you up out of nowhere as well? Like, hey, you wanna come open up for me, or?
I've been a fan of his for about a year now. Like I love his music, and like even before his song blew up.
The one on TikTok,
right?
Yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, I was like,
heard it.
he's always been like one of my favorite artists, and I just wanted to do something with him. Like I don't know if we're gonna maybe do a song or something. I'm still waiting on that. But yeah, when I got the opportunity, I was super happy because I love him.
Yeah, I feel like a song with him would be.
That would be dope.
Yeah, it would be crazy.
Yeah.
Before we ask the question we have, I'm curious now. The story, the tall guy, Pelon.
Oh.
I kind of want to know.
Oh my god. My mom always makes me tell this story. Like, tell them about the singer. It's because in LA, the crowds are like so tough. And at first, like, people are kind of shy. And like, since I do a lot of cumbia, like, I tell them to move and like dance. But there was this one guy who he was like super tall, and you could see like his head in the crowd. And he was so serious the whole entire set like that. And then when I sang Volver, Volver, he just like went like this.
That was it. That was his song. That was his song.
Yeah.
That's the song he went for. He was
He was waiting for that song.
So like he really just stand out compared to like the whole crowd.
Yeah.
No sé nada?
Yeah. No sé nada. My mom was watching him.
Yeah. What concert was that? Or
That was in LA at the Roxy.
like was that your own concert or like opening?
No, that was with Ivan
Ivan?
too.
Oh, with Ivan. Oh, okay.
I seen. I remember you posted that, and you were like looking through a crack, weren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I,
there
was,
was a little
I
crack.
thought it was hella funny. I seen her post, and it was like a little crack, and I was just like, damn, like what?
Yeah, that was a fun show. I'm excited to perform at the Fonda with Eddie. That's like a really cool
Is
stage.
that where's that at?
That's in LA.
In LA as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
in
okay.
LA.
So is that coming up?
Yeah, that's in a couple days.
Oh, this Saturday. Wow.
Okay.
Okay.
Mom knows everything.
Sábado.
Yeah.
Mom's on it. Mom's on
She's
it.
on point.
Oh, we can't say that.
Cut it.
Say it again.
Oh, I also wanted to say, I remember when we was there at the Yvonne concert, and you try to encourage people to like move and dance, and you kind of like were looking at our area, and they were like, "Oh, come on, guys, I want to see some movement." And we were kind of trying, but like we're so crowded in there. We were trying not to like elbow people and stuff like that. So
yeah, no, I remember that concert. I was like even myself, I was like so stiff, like half of the set, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna tell him to move. And I was like, ¿Por qué no está bailando?
Oh yeah, I remember. She was like, "Why aren't you guys dancing?"
And then everyone just started going off. Like everyone was like, "What do you mean?" And like I don't know, like they just started screaming, and then that's when the guy came over and y se armó.
Se armó. Yeah, se armó.
When we were there, when you first, I remember this like really vividly that you came out, and I remember I looked at Christian and we both looked at each other. I was like, bro, her voice is so nice. It just sounded really nice. Even now when you walked in, just you speaking, it just sounds really nice.
I want to add on to what you said. I feel like it was our first time hearing you perform, right? So cause obviously we heard like the songs with like Es Labón and like the other ones that we're gonna get into a little bit later. But when you came out and like listening to live is like listening to you studio version. Like it sounds just as perfect. So I'm just a little jealous that I can't sing like that, but that's fine. A little more practice.
I'll teach you. I'll send you my warm-ups.
The warm-ups.
Oh,
you asked her about the
I seen your TikTok and you were eating. You said, what did you say? So get your voice like right. You said you grab a gummy, you put in some Valentina and you eat it. Yeah. And I showed them and I was like, you think she's being serious? Like, are you?
No, I am for real.
For real?
Yeah.
I'm gonna start doing that. I'm gonna start doing
that. You guys should. It's because for my show in San Diego, like in the Avant tour, I was sick the whole entire time. So I was like struggling to sing. And in the show in San Diego, Eslabon was there because they came up with Ivan that show. And his mom and him, they were telling me, you should like just take a shot of Valentina. And I was like, Valentina? And they were like, yeah, it just opens like your whole throat. Like a bunch of artists do it. And I was like, I've never heard of that, but I'm gonna try it porque pues ya no me queda de otra. And so I just like took a shot of Valentina, and I like to carry Valentina with me everywhere now.
So you do it before every show now?
Yeah,
or almost every show.
Almost every show when my voice is feeling like kind of weird, I just like take a little shot. But the gummies that I was using too, those are like specifically for your voice, so they like kind of help your voice sound better too. So I like do the little combo.
So I need some Valentina before I start singing. Then
I need that little gum too. That was the other thing I was gonna say, that I think you're a really good performer because you managed to dance, sing, and do all that. And I feel like not everyone could do that.
Yeah, is it hard to like basically like multitask, or does it come natural to you because you're basically just having fun up there?
I feel like it's mostly like I just like feel it out. Like it doesn't feel like I'm doing anything like too hard, or like it's like I don't really have choreo that's like I have to be like doing.
It's like natural.
Yeah.
Steps. Like everything I do on stage is kind of just like me doing it in the moment. So I don't know. It just like feels fun more than anything than like work or like it's hard. It's just. Yeah. It's fun. I don't know. I feel like I'm a different person on stage. Like even the way I speak, I feel like it's different on stage. Like I feel like I just become someone else and like go into this different mindset whenever I go on stage. I'm like, I don't even know who that is. Whenever I see the video, I'm like, what the hell did I just say right there? But then I come off and I'm like, I kind of have to like take a moment and like get back to my normal
self.
Yeah.
Normal state.
My normal state.
I also had I wanted to ask, since you've been doing this for like a long time, like I said earlier, do you still like get butterflies in your stomach when you want to go up on stage?
Oh yeah, like every time, like they just never go away.
Never go away.
Like I started singing when I was like 9, and like performing on stage when I was 11. Y'all know about that.
La niña ukulele.
I was 11 when I did all that, and I still feel the same. Like
I feel like that's good though, right? Because it still brings the like
Yeah.
the excitement and like the nerves to go up. Then you're not
Yeah.
kind of like numb to it. Yeah, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um,
it's more like excitement, and I feel like when you do feel nervous, it's because like you want to do a good job, you know?
Yeah. And
'Cause
how
you
about
wanna-
when, obviously it happens to everybody. How about when you like you mess up? Like, does that mess with you a little bit? You're like, oh, I need to like, you know, cause how you said earlier you were nervous because you forgot the lyrics, so you kind of
Oh,
just
yeah.
gotta like compose yourself. Like, okay, I need to,
Yeah.
you know, is that hard to do, or like you know you done it so much that it comes a little natural now?
I don't know. I try to always kind of play it off and like kind of make it funny. If it was like something really obvious, then I like try to like say something to like I don't know.
To distract them.
Yeah, to distract them. But I don't know. I feel like whenever something like different happens that I wasn't expecting on stage, I feel like it's just like I try to make it part of the show, and like I don't know. I love it when people like tell me stuff on their phones because then I'm like I can like make something out of that, you know, and like kind of just like I don't know.
Actually, we got that idea from Carlos right here, the one taking the pictures.
Oh my god.
Because we actually went to a Estevie concert, and I think he did the little phone thing, and they called him up to on stage. So when he did that, it was kind of in my mind like, okay, next time I go to a concert, I'm gonna make sure I have something on my phone.
I did notice that a lot of people did that in Ivan's tour, but in Eddie's tour, they haven't. I feel like maybe it's like something people do just like
It's different.
in that kind of genre because I had never seen that before.
Yeah. Well, today I'm gonna be the first one. I'm gonna put something to Eddie. Like, let me go on stage.
Are you playing different
Y'all
music?
better come up with me.
Oh my god. Can you if you teach
Make
me how to
them
dance,
dance.
I'll go up.
Make
I'll
them
dance.
dance.
Alright.
Wait, are you doing who?
You.
That's crazy.
And you.
I'll dance if you show me like
All of y'all.
Yeah, if you-
easy like 3-step
Okay.
move.
If you show us how to dance,
Yeah.
that's good. We'll all dance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
promise?
nervous already. My hands sweaty.
Yeah. Wait, are you playing different music for that tour? Is it like
Oh,
because
yeah,
he's
how
like
does that work right there?
It's pretty much the same. I just switched out a couple songs, but for this tour, I've been going in the crowd, and like like starting a little like dance circle in the crowd.
that's dope.
You don't be
Yeah.
scared?
No.
No.
Well, the first time I did it, I was a little scared because I was like, "Shit, is this gonna work?" But nah, it's really fun.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
dope.
people start dancing. It's cool.
We're gonna be in there today. We're gonna be with the crowd. We're gonna make everyone dance.
Come on. You know we're down.
Y'all better be dancing.
No, we will. I'm gonna make them dance.
I'll dance.
You wanna ask her your question?
Which one?
This right here. Since it's your question, I don't want to ask it for you.
Alright.
Yeah, you gotta ask me something.
Okay.
Twisted tea.
No. Okay. Can you break a glass water with your vocal?
Glass water.
Oh,
Glass of water.
I
Oh,
don't
glass
know.
of
I've
water.
never tried.
a wine thing. A wine.
A wine cup.
I've never tried that.
Damn,
I
we
think
had
you
one.
have to like put a straw in it or something or like
Yeah, and then you just kind of.
You never tried that?
I've never tried it.
Okay, we have a wine glass. No, I'm just kidding.
We're gonna try it at the concert. We're gonna bring it
I
at the
feel like you
concert.
can.
I don't know. Maybe
Well, with your voice too, like
we're gonna have to like try it later.
That's your
I don't
TikTok
know if
idea.
your mom's gonna want
That's TikTok
to try
idea.
it. A lot of glass everywhere. But I wanted to ask, so when did you know, like, basically you could sing? I know it sounds kind of funny, but like, what age were you like, oh, I love to sing, and then
Like getting really into music.
yeah,
Well,
like, since
a
I was
long
born.
time ago. Once upon a no, I'm kidding. I go into a story. I always like sing. Like I always knew that I wanted to do something in the whole like entertainment industry. At first, I started wanting to be a model, like at 5 years old, and I'd like go into my mom's closet and like get her clothes, and then I'd be like, "Take a picture of me," and I'd be like, and then I wanted to be a news reporter. I wanted to work at Fox.
Oh, really?
Whoa.
Yeah, that was like in first grade. And then I started singing to my dollies, and I was like, that kind of sound good. And then I started singing like God Bless America like all day long, and
Bless you.
bless you. Yeah, I just like started singing randomly. One day in the car with my parents were there. They were playing Árboles de la Barranca del Coyote. And they had played it so many times that I learned it. And I just started like belting it one day. And then they turned back. They're like, "La Sarita puede cantar." That's my name, by the way. So.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and ever since I would tell like my dad, "Can you teach me the song?" And I started like singing the ranchera songs, like banda songs, norteñas. And then I started doing voice lessons, and that's when I went to La Academia. And then ever since, like, I just never stopped. I would like do little things here and there, like little performances. I did some acting too at some point, musical theater, and I would just like make songs. But like 2 years ago, no, 3 years ago, 2020, that's when I started like making my own music. And yeah.
And how is that? Like, how do you get your like inspiration from?
Mostly from like my life, like the things that I live, the things that I go through. I like writing about like unique experiences that like Mexican Americans live. Like, I don't know if you guys heard the song Santi.
Yeah. Oh, of course you listen. Nano doesn't stop singing. He's been singing for a whole month straight.
Beep.
That's his favorite song.
No.
Sing it.
We were talking earlier and we were like, all right, we need to learn the dance, but we couldn't do it.
Learn it.
We could probably do a TikTok after.
We're trying to
trying
do
it.
TikTok.
Yeah.
And I thought it was really cool because Los Callejones, I've gone there.
You've been there?
Yeah, and then like when you sing it, I was kind of like, what? Like what? And I showed my parents. They were like what the heck?
Yeah, I've been going there since I was 9, and like my mom and I, we would go look for telas, because my mom like sometimes helps me with my outfits, and like I'll design an outfit and she'll make it for me. So we like go and like search for things there. And I don't know, I thought it was like a song that a lot of people could relate to, because like even if you haven't been to Santi Alley, you've probably like been to something in your town that's like similar to that. And like in my shows in Texas, I would ask like, do you guys have something like that here? And they'd all like scream a different place, and then I was like, all right, well, that's what this song is about. Oh shit. What the hell was that? And yeah, that I just like writing. I like writing about things like that. Also, like I have another song that's called La Cumbia del Cucuy, and it's about
You know that one too.
El Cucuy. And like I feel like everyone at some point gets told that story of like, duérmete si no, like your grandma or your mom, like they're like, duérmete o si no va a venir el cucuy te va a comer. So like things like that. Like I like writing about things that are fun and like that haven't really been written about. Also another song, Loteria, the game that we play.
Yeah.
I got another song like that. And yeah.
For the music video, is it like kind of weird, or like do you get nervous because you're kind of filming in public, right? Was it in public?
Yeah, it was in public.
So it's like, do people just look at you like, what is she doing?
You know, they were. A lot of people would just like stare and like look at me and be like, who is she? But I don't know. I wasn't really like shy about it. I feel like I've done that so many times already. Like when I was little, I used to always go record on the streets and like do like little performances. So I was like, I'm just doing my thing, you know? But yeah, I feel like I've passed the stage where I'm like shy to do things in public.
Okay.
Just like do it, you know?
Yeah, just do it.
Because if I act shy on camera, it's gonna look worse.
Yeah.
So I might as well like do my best job, and you know who's looking is gonna look. If they don't like it, pues no les gustó.
That's true.
How long did it
pues
take?
está bien.
How long did it take to do the music video?
A whole day. We shot the whole thing in a day. From like, I got up at like 4 a.m., did my hair and makeup, and then we started like at 6 a.m. We shot in the store, the whole dancey dance.
So all in one day?
Yeah, all in one day.
Was it hot outside that day?
No, it was in December. We shot in December,
okay.
so the weather was good actually. Huh. Yeah, it was good. It was a little cold, but it was good. I was warmed up by dancing.
Warmed up, yeah. Sweating.
Yeah, sweating.
One of the questions that I had too, I wanted to ask about your style because your style is really, really unique. And I wanted to ask, like, where did you get your style? Maybe your mom. You say your mom used to help you with clothes, so I wanted to know, like.
Well, where do I get my style? I don't know. I feel like I'm very inspired by like all the Western, like cowboy, cowgirl looks. Two of my favorite artists, Alicia Villarreal and Ana Barbara, like in the 2000s, they used to dress like vaqueras. So I get a lot of inspo from them. I love their style. And then I kind of just like mix that with like modern stuff.
Right.
And like put my own little twist on it. But my mom and I, we like style on my outfits. And we do it together. Yeah. So
because we actually had we were talking about it earlier, and we had a little TikTok clip of Danny Lux actually, because we also think that Danny Lux, like the way he dresses, is like really unique and it really good. It looks good on him, right? And so we kind of like compared you guys that you guys kind of could wear whatever you guys want, and whatever you guys wear looks good on you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's why I feel like your style and his style is kind of unique.
Yeah, I gotta show you guys. We did some pictures for the song, and
you posted, right? Was it a TikTok, Instagram with him?
Yeah, we did a little TikTok, but I let him use one of my jackets.
That's
okay.
That's why.
All right.
Yeah, but it looked good on him, and I haven't used that jacket, so I was like,
did he
you
keep
can
it?
take it. No.
He's like, I want it back.
Did he?
She said no. Your mom's like, nope.
No, he didn't keep it, but I mean, it looked good on him. I would have let him have it, but it was like a Western vaquero like jacket, and then he had like his belt that he always uses and like his style. It was cool. And I was like a little vaquera too. I had my tejana and like a leather shirt and the botas, so it's cute.
That's another question that we had was that will you have a song with Danny coming out?
Yeah.
This Friday.
Yeah.
And then and you talked earlier about Eddie, about maybe making a song with him.
Yeah.
Is there like, what are your top 3 collabs that you have in your mind that you would want to do?
Eddie has always been one of them. And then Danny, of course, también. Ivan Cornejo. Ivan Cornejo.
Like Ivan.
Cristian Nodal. Santa Fe Clan.
What? Wait, Santa Fe Clan? That was his name?
Yeah.
Wait, you don't know what?
No, I just what's he again? I know him, but I don't.
No, you don't know him.
You don't know.
No,
him.
I do. I swear I do.
His style is more like how would you say it, like?
He made the song with Fuerza, right?
Did he make a song?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not tripping. Sorry.
Okay.
You're talking about the Chulillo, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. I don't know, like a little cumbiecita would be cool with him.
Oh yeah, I see that. Hell yeah.
Caliucci. I love her.
Which one's the closest to like actually like collab?
Ivan.
What happened?
I mean, I know Ivan, so like maybe that could happen. Maybe, I don't know. Y'all tell him. Y'all DM him. Put some pressure. I'm kidding.
He went
DM him right now.
Nah. Well, hopefully, I hope that happens.
Are you planning like are you working on any albums or anything?
Yeah.
She's like,
any special
this
features?
year.
She's like, I can't say.
I can't say yet. I can't say. I'm working on it this month and next month. So.
And what kind of like genre? Or is it gonna be super mixed, like cumbias, banda, maybe some like sad love? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be a little mix. Mostly cumbia, like different types of cumbia, like cumbia norteña. Yeah, just mostly cumbia, and then sad songs to a little what's it called? Norteño,
A
Yeah,
little
we'll
bit
see.
of
We'll see.
everything.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah.
A
Out
little
of
bit
all of
everything.
those, which one's your favorite? Like
Genre.
to write.
I think cumbia,
Cumbia?
norteña. I don't know if you guys heard my song Canela.
That's my song
I
right
think
there.
that's
That's my
mine.
song.
Yeah, yeah, that's like my favorite type of style, and I wanna. That's actually the style that I wanna include more in this album. Like I want it to be mainly that style. But that's actually funny because Canela, I wrote that about like my favorite drink, which is horchata.
Oh.
Because one day I was just like, I don't know what to write about. And I was like, all right, let me see. What's my favorite food? And at that time, it was sushi. And I was like, nah, I can't really make a song about sushi. And then I was like, what's my favorite drink? And I was like, horchata. And I was like, what does horchata have in it? Canela. All right, I can work with that.
So that's your inspiration, horchata, for making
Horchata,
music.
yeah.
I have a question. What horchata do you like? The Salvador horchata or the Mexicana horchata?
Have you ever tried Salvadorian horchata?
No, I haven't.
It's better.
I think it's better.
It's
Don't
for
try.
surely
It's
better.
It's because he brought it up
I've
because
never tried it.
you never
Really?
tried it.
Mm-mm.
Maybe we'll get some.
We're bringing for the concert.
Yeah.
Do you like when a drink has like the texture of mucho polvo?
Yeah,
You do?
yeah.
See, why you trying to hate on
Yeah, look at
Salvadorian
you, bro.
horchata, bro?
It's
It's
because
because
it tastes like polvo to me.
he
Bro.
brought it up
Try.
because we had a podcast last week,
Mhm.
and one of the topics it was with some other friends,
Mm.
and me and him are like Salvadorian,
Mhm.
and the other people were like Mexican. So we were kind of arguing like what horchata tasted better, and we posted a
damn.
TikTok about it,
Yeah.
and the TikTok did pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And so everybody in the comments like arguing like, oh, Mexican horchata is better or Salvadorian horchata is better. So that's why he brought it up. But if you never tried it, then me and Abel's gonna
No,
have to
we're
bring
gonna
some
we're gonna
horchata
go
for
get
you.
some. We're gonna go get some.
Yeah?
We're gonna bring it to the concert. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's no way.
I'm gonna try some Salvadorian horchata. Why? What's the difference though?
It's just better. That's it.
No.
What you mean?
No.
This is
You can't say that.
No, it's just I don't like.
It has
It
more
feels
than like.
mucho polvo.
The Mexican one?
It has
No,
more
the-
canela.
the
No, the
Salvador.
Salvadorian one.
Oh.
Yeah,
Like
I don't know what.
more
I
than
don't
It
know.
has a
Like,
weird
the texture.
Yeah, it has a
Yeah.
weird texture.
It's thick. Like it's thicker.
Yeah, I guess you could say. I guess.
nah, it's not. I
I
think
mean-
Salvadorian horchata is a little more watered down, and then with Mexican horchata, it's
Oh,
more
yeah,
like
yeah, yeah.
more has more milk, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Everyone knows.
You've tried it?
Oh, what? She said she don't like it.
Oh, she don't like horchata, no.
Oh,
No, no,
Oh.
horchata.
Oh,
Jamaica.
okay, okay.
Yeah, she like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Jamaica.
Maybe the next song's about Jamaica. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna write that one down.
How does it go? Jamaica. Na, na.
I'm like,
Since we're talking about your songs, which is your favorite song that you wrote in, or one that you think might be underrated?
I think like Canela and Cucuy are my like top favorites. But I actually had this song. Actually, yeah. Well, it's not on Spotify or anything anymore. They took it down, but like I had like a little issue, but it's called Lazy. That one was underrated for sure. It was a reggaeton song. But maybe I'll put it out again.
So it's
So
not.
it's
You,
not
you
out?
can't find it like anywhere.
Nah.
Not YouTube.
Well, on YouTube. On YouTube,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
You can find it on YouTube, but
Okay.
maybe I'll put it out again. No say.
We'll probably play it after we're done.
Yeah,
We'll play it.
that's like one of my favorites I've ever written. Yeah, those three.
Is that the only reggaeton song you've done?
No, well, Santi is reggaeton. I used to do a lot of reggaeton.
A lot of reggaeton.
Yeah. Before I stepped into cumbia. Before I was like in 2020, I was just kind of like experimenting with a bunch of different genres. And so I did like reggaeton, ballads, like hyper pop, like a bunch of different things. And I just like didn't feel like any of them like they didn't feel right. And one day I just like came across this song de Ana Bárbara and Alicia Villarreal.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why don't people make this anymore? And it was like cumbia norteña from like the early 2000s. And ever since I just started with the cumbia in 2020.
What's your favorite cumbia song?
That's hard. I have a lot.
It's like all of them.
All of them for real. I don't know. I feel like I always pick this one, but El Paso del Gigante is like, I don't know. I just can't get over that song.
That's a good one.
cumbia too, right there.
He loves cumbia.
You like cumbia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, which one's your favorite?
Damn. When I'm in the spot, I can't.
Whenever
They don't like cumbia. Each time I play cumbia, they
They're
don't
You don't
like,
like
"Oh,
cumbia?
Hold on, bro.
No, ya me voy.
No, look.
Ya me voy.
Each time I
No.
put
I'm leaving.
cumbia in the car, like at least like the old ones, like
Yeah.
each time I put cumbia in the car, they're like, "What is this? Switch it."
Bro,
You,
Turn under the
see
bus
it
they
right
call
now.
me an
Nah.
old
See,
man.
So like the problem,
Nah.
if it's not a Stevie, we don't want to hear it. That's why. Okay, huh?
Man,
They call me an old man for listening to cumbia.
not,
It's cause I feel like. Do you like dancing? Like you like dancing to cumbia?
yeah.
Well, it's cause y'all don't know how to dance.
I know a little
I
bit.
feel like
mean,
that's why.
I'm about to bust out my moves today in the concert, maybe.
I feel like I don't know. The best thing to dance to is cumbia. That's my favorite.
There you go.
Cumbia is
That's
fun.
crazy.
What? Why?
No.
You tell me. Say it.
no,
What
Say
I
it.
don't like
Say
dancing
it.
is bachata.
Say it.
Nothing. I'll talk
That's-
after. I think I like banda. That's why.
Oh man, I kind of suck at it. That's why.
Oh.
Nah, it's cause I get nervous. I mean, like.
I know.
I get nervous. I like dancing everything though. Like salsa too. I like bachata, although I haven't really.
Did you take
Dance.
classes for that or no?
No.
It's
Well.
just natural.
Oh, natural.
Like I just had one lesson for the like the Canela music video because we had to like choreograph it.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, we did a bunch of like turns and it was fun. But that's the only thing. I like going to dance lessons though because it's just like fun to dance with people.
Telling
I
you,
feel like-
bro, we need to go to a
feel
dance
like,
lesson.
bro, I
I'm
would
telling you.
love
Learn
That-
how to dance though, man.
My brothers go. Like my brother doesn't know how to dance at all, and he went to a bachata lesson. He's like, "That's where the girls are."
That's the gr- Is he good
So-
now? Like
so-
he's like.
Yeah, he's good.
Oh.
He's good now.
Does he?
But-
What else does he dance? Just
Just bachata.
Just bachata?
Yeah,
Oh,
just
that's
bachata.
Bachata's hard. I kind of don't like it. I don't like it. I mean, I could dance it, but I just
You know the dance
I don't
bachata,
know.
no?
little bit. I don't know why. For some reason, cumbia is probably the hardest for me to learn. I
Yeah.
don't know why.
It's like the little step, huh?
Yeah, probably. Yeah. I just look like I have no
It's because
rhythm.
bachata's like this.
if you
Like
think
this.
that's
Yeah.
confusing,
Ding, 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 ding.
doing the turns
then-
is more confusing, bro.
Cumbia is like this.
Yeah. We all wanted to know. We wanted to know where the name is Stevie came
Oh.
from.
And Sara
Oh,
Silva. How
because-
does that work?
Yeah.
Wait, hold
Well-
on, but could I say that real quick? Because we were like looking for I was looking for the song you had with Estevie,
Mhm,
and I couldn't find it under Stevie,
mhm.
and then we seen it under Sara, and we were like,
Mhm.
are these two different people? And then we were kind of like tripping out, and then yeah.
No, it's me. That's
It's
me.
me.
I changed my name recently to a Stevie, and it's like something I had been thinking about for a long time, for like 2 years, and I did it when I was like absolutely sure that that's like the name I wanted to go with.
All right, guys, we're back. We took a little break. I wanted to come back to this topic. We were talking about Danny Lux earlier and how you had a song with him.
Mm.
We actually got to hear. I don't want to flex, but we actually got to hear the song early, and that's all we've been playing. We wanted like to kind of let people know that we have it, but we were too scared. But
No,
That's-
let them know.
tell them.
Leak it.
We're gonna make it
You can't do that.
Ya nos van a mandar the next song.
No, that's why we sent it.
You
No,
know,
I'm kidding.
I told Christian, Danny has this one guy that leaks his music. Have you
Yeah,
seen?
yeah,
That,
his
like,
manager.
Oh, that's his manager?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, well,
Closer.
that guy.
Better
And
get fired.
And I told I told Christian, I was like, hey, let's leak it and blame it on him because Danny's in it too. And then we're like, we won't get in trouble.
We'll get in trouble.
Leak it.
Nah, we can't.
Hey, she's
Leak
telling
it,
us to.
leak.
She's telling us to.
Well, by the time
I
this
won't be
comes
If
out,
responsible
Becky
for
says
any
yes,
other.
and
Becky, can we
can they leak it?
leak the song? Oh.
No.
Oh, there you
I'm
go.
not responsible for this.
Nah, it's good. She
I
said
mean, if we have
sure.
permission. No, but I brought it up because that's all we've been listening to. I was telling your mom earlier that I know all the lyrics already. Because that's
No
like
way.
that's like my type of music, like
That-
Van,
yeah.
Danny
Mhm.
Lux, you know. So how was it like working with Danny?
It was good. Danny and I, we've been like mutuals on social media for a while now. Like before the Eslabon happened, the Eslabon song, It was actually because of Danny that happened. Like
What?
The song?
the Islamon song.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
So here's how it happened. Pedro was looking for someone on his story, and he was like, "Mándenme a muchachas que sepan que canten. I'm looking for someone to be on the album." And then I guess Danny sent my profile to Pedro, and Pedro really liked it. He liked how I sing, and he was like, he sent me a DM, and he was like, "You want to be on my next album?" And I was like, "Hell yeah!" But yeah, I started freaking out when that happened. I couldn't believe it. It happened like last year in January, but I was like super excited, and that was because of Danny. And ahora nos faltaba una canción con pues Danny.
Yeah.
Because like, yeah, se hizo con Eslabón. And yeah, I mean, we've just been like fans of each other for a while. Y por fin se pudo hacer. I had this song that I wrote like a year ago. And then Danny came in and he like put his own part, and he like put his own little twist to it. Pero sí, I'm glad you guys liked it.
Yeah, that's my favorite song.
That's, I think.
Nah.
Did he charge you for a feature?
Hmm?
Did he charge you for a feature?
No.
When I heard the song too, like he said, that's my type of song too. I love you, Yvonne, and all that. And when I heard it, I was like, whoa, like that song hit.
Yeah.
There's gonna be a Triste Verano.
Sad
Verano.
Sad boys.
Sad boys.
Sad boys.
I'm gonna have to make some more like that then for the album.
Yvonne?
No llores.
Ooh.
No, wait, no,
Esteban, Danny, and you? Can you do that?
Anyone?
Damn, I'm gonna be crying this summer then if that happens.
On the new album.
New album. When that song with Eslabon, you were under Sara still, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Sara?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I remember I actually seen the Instagram post that Pedro posted when he's like, "Mándeme muchachas, like que canten," and I was so jealous I wasn't a girl. 'Cause I was like, I could be me up there now. But yeah, did you guys record like separate studios, or did you get to go to the studio with him?
For Eslabon or
yeah, for Eslabon.
For Eslabon. So what happened? He sent me the song like right when he DM'd me. He was like, "Here's a piece of the song. Can you sing it?" And I was like, "Yeah." And so I sent him like a little voice memo. And then he's like, "Can you write your own verse and like send it to me? Like if you have any ideas, just like do your crazy belting stuff." And I was like, "All right, say less." And so I sent my piece to him, and he liked it. Y luego ya después, like in March, because he reached out in January. In March, we went to the studio and we recorded the vocals, and it all happened so quick. I was just like, 1 second I was in there, and then the next I was.
They were like, "Okay, we got it, guys."
Yeah. Yeah, no, but it was really cool working with him and like all the guys. I really like that he pays attention to like every little detail to his music, and like he's like, "No, do it like this," and then I was like, "All right," and he's like, "Do it like that." I was like, "All right." Yeah, no, but it was really cool, and I really admire him and Danny. A todos. A Iván también. Los admiro a todos.
Yeah.
Everyone.
They both actually have albums coming out soon, right?
Yeah,
Danny
I
and
think
someone.
so.
Do you have any songs that you could leak? Nah.
I
know that.
No, but yeah.
I'm excited for those.
For their album?
Mm-hmm.
So you heard them already?
No, not yet.
Ah, she has them.
She heard all of them.
Yeah, we're planning on doing another song, actually.
Are we gonna get sent that one too, or what?
That's all I'm
I
saying.
know that.
That's all I'm saying.
Since we're talking about like the Valentina and stuff like that, we actually wanted to give you something.
What?
Yeah.
Don't look this way. Look.
Yeah. No peeking. That's cheating. Hold up. Here, we're gonna give her this one first. I'm gonna let you introduce Abel.
I'm scared.
All right, before
what is it?
it's a dog. No, it's just playing. Imagine.
It's a
I
cat.
take it.
Really?
Yeah. Okay.
You want Buddy?
Yeah.
No, I'm sorry.
He's so cute.
Buddy's special.
Aw.
No, you can have him. You can take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said it.
No, it's his dog. I don't know. So
Take him.
we went to go look for stuff because we're like, we need to get Estevie something. So she's coming on.
No.
You know,
No.
we appreciate you coming here. So we got you this cup.
We're like, it's a dog, it's a cat.
It's a cup with an E for Estevie.
That's so cute.
There's a little bit more to it, but
okay. So
Oh,
a little part.
there's
so
more.
go with
That's
it.
one.
To go with it.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So let me like give it a little context before I take it out.
Background.
So obviously the first time we seen you like live was at Santa Cruz for Ivan, and you had a hydro flask, I believe.
Yeah.
And somebody asked you, I don't know if it was they asked you if you was drinking alcohol or something, and you were like, guys, it's tea, right?
Yeah.
So you also be posting on your stories that you love tea. So hopefully this is a good flavor. Hopefully you like it. We try to pick something maybe you haven't tried. So we got you like green tea mango. So hopefully
That sounds good.
I told you.
I'ma
See,
have that
oh
today.
my god. So we bought you that so you could drink it with the tea maybe today before the concert.
Hydro
So
flask.
hopefully it's good. We try to get you a flavor that maybe you
Thank
haven't tried
you.
before.
Oh,
I know you love tea.
guys.
And
I want to hug y'all.
After
I want to hug y'all.
group hug.
group hug.
Oh, that's so
And-
cute.
Wait, there's still more.
There's
There's more?
There's more.
What do you mean?
No, I'm gonna let you give her this one because this was kind of your idea.
Hold on.
I feel like it's Christmas.
Okay, so we know that you like candy.
You put
How do
us
y'all
on-
know?
We see. Well,
How do y'all
okay,
know?
off camera, she put out some candy, and we were like, I looked at it, and I was like, we should have got that one. I was like, damn.
Okay, so we
I got my little stash in
seen
my
you
bag.
like candy, and we seen you post it on your story. But we didn't get the flavor that you posted, but we got you a different flavor.
No, y'all didn't.
Have you tried that flavor?
What flavor
It's
is
cherry
this?
flavor.
Cherry flavor?
Yeah,
I haven't.
because the one you posted it was watermelon. So we tried to look for
Yeah.
watermelon flavor, but we couldn't find it.
Oh.
Only
It's
Texas.
only in Texas.
That's where she got that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Oh, man.
This
Yeah.
is like
But
we give
wait.
her.
Man.
But wait,
Y'all
there's
making
more.
me feel
That's fine.
special.
There's more. This was
There's
Abel's.
more?
This
Yes.
is
What do you
this is my idea.
This is Abel's idea.
So what we all seen, you posted. Should I say what it is, or should I just give it to her? Like where we seen it?
Give it to her first and then
Okay,
explain
okay. This is the last one. We picked this one because we liked the name. We thought it was funny, so we got you this.
I'm literally gonna cry.
I think her name is Bop.
it. Bop.
So
Yeah, we like the name.
we liked the name, so we picked it out, and yeah, it's a Squishmallow. We seen you post Squishmallows earlier. We forgot when.
Yeah.
Stevie's died.
Quiero llorar.
Yeah.
Quiero llorar.
Yeah, we seen you post Squishmallows, and then I was like, we need to get her a Squishmallow. This is like a
Yeah.
stackable,
Guys.
something like that. It's Squishmallow though.
Yeah.
Guys.
We love the
It's
name,
okay.
so we're like,
Look.
we need to get her this one. It is-
Bop.
it is Bop.
It's Bop.
Bop.
Bop is the queen of nail design.
Nails.
There you go.
It gives like a little description of what they.
Look at your nails. It matches it too.
There you go. It's meant to be. See? That's a good
Guys, y'all are too
And
sweet.
then, I mean, we had it in a basket, so you could take this too if you want. Yeah, so you
dump it all in
can
there.
just carry it back in there.
Thank you guys. Aw. Dude, this I can't believe this. I love
Come on.
this.
Yeah.
Thank
And
you
and then we're gonna get you the
guys.
horchata later.
Oh, yeah. The horchata. Let me see the horchata.
No, I'm gonna have to like get y'all something.
That's fine.
No, it's good.
No, I appreciate it. It's too sweet.
You can put it down here if you want, so you need to carry.
I
Wipe the
wanna-
camera, please.
I'm gonna keep this one.
Okay.
Man.
She's going to hold it now.
No, she's like holding it.
I'm gonna be like this the whole time.
Good to know you like it.
I love it. Thank you. I always like appreciate it when people. I take these on tour with me. I appreciate it when like anyone gets me something. It's like, damn, you spend your money on me. Like that's crazy. Thank
Yeah,
you. Guys.
we're looking paying attention to the Instagram. Like, okay, she likes this. Okay, like, let's keep it in note.
watching.
Yeah,
It's
so-
on point. On point.
yeah.
Thank you.
He came up with the candy, and he brought it up to us, and we're like, "Oh, that's a good idea." I came up with the T, and Abel got the squishmallow.
You don't know me
yeah.
too well.
So yeah,
Wow.
I wanted to ask too. Your first, I don't know if that was your first song that you wrote. I might be mistaken. I think the name was Cosquillas. Was it? Cosquillas. And it was
Damn, yo,
it-
I'd like to have my own kids at some point, and I like being around kids. It's just like they're so pure. I don't know.
And did you
Y'all like
finish?
kids? No.
Yeah,
I
like
do.
Man right here.
what? Wait, what did you ask? I didn't hear.
You like kids?
Did I kid?
This man right here.
I really
don't
like
like
kids.
I'm bad with kids. Like my sister just had a kid recently, and they be wanting me to carry it, but I'm like I'd be scared to carry it. I feel like I'm not carrying it right, but
You're gonna drop.
yeah, I don't want to drop it, so I don't want to be responsible for it. So I try to stay away from them until like they're a little older. But
I really like kids. They be hella funny to me. I don't know. I just like
They're
messing with them and
funny,
everything.
Yeah, it's fun to be around them. Like I feel like they just like always want to play. That's so crazy to me.
They're so, I don't know. They're genuine. They like to, bro. They're so, and they're really truthful. They
Yeah.
they don't hold back.
Yeah.
They speak their mind.
I'll tell you the truth, but yeah, I'd probably be a kindergarten teacher.
Damn.
did you
I should retire, huh, from singing and be a kindergarten teacher.
would
See-
that
see
be
what
your,
happens.
your
See what happens.
Y'all
see what
said
happens.
yes.
See what happens. See what happens. No, I'm just like
would that be your like your name as a teacher as well, Estevie?
Mrs. Stevie.
What would be your teacher name?
I feel like it should probably be like Stephanie.
Okay.
Miss
Miss
Steph.
Stephanie?
Miss Steph.
Miss Steph.
Miss Steph.
Miss
Miss
Steph.
Steph.
Miss
Miss
Steph.
Steph.
Um,
that kind of suits me, you know? Miss
Miss
Steph.
Steph.
I wanted to completely switch it up. I wanted to ask, what advice would you give people like starting out with music?
Hmm.
Yeah, is there like some things you think are more important than other things that they should focus on, or?
Yeah. I think for me, like, when I was little, I loved going to, like, all of the, like, the TV shows and all that. But honestly, I feel like y'all should save your time. And, like, I don't think those really help out. But, like, I liked going because it was fun for me as a kid. And, like, that's where I got to meet, like, more kids that sang and, like music, too. I'd say probably just, like, get to know yourself as an artist and like see exactly who you want to be, like what kind of music you want to sing, how you want to look, and like make as much music as possible. And like I guess just, like don't give up if you really like it, and like keep going and keep pushing, and at some point it's gonna happen.
So you think releasing a lot of music too like helps a lot?
I think so, yeah. I feel like the more you have out there, the more like people get to know you. And yeah, the more you're exposed to like new opportunities, and you know.
Yeah. You being in this music industry, what's it called? Do you ever get like burned out or like don't want to like do music no more? Like a breaking point?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yeah. What?
I feel like it happens to artists at some point. Like, it hasn't happened to me yet. I hope it never does. But I don't know. I just like love it. It doesn't feel like work to me. It feels like I'm just like having fun all
Having
the time
fun?
and
Yeah, I mean if you
like doing what I love. So
that,
it feels
what's it called? Now also we got some questions from the fans.
good.
Oh.
Oh.
That okay, hold on.
Just pick some out.
Okay.
I'm scared.
Okay, it's a lot. Okay,
Yeah,
hold
I'm
on.
gonna have Bob help me.
Okay, so the people want to know, what did you spend your first check on?
Oh, I was 10 and I got paid like 100 to sing at this event. Like it was like a winter, like a winter ball, like some kind of festival thing. And I was obsessed with like Monster High dolls at the time. So like I went to Ross and like got a Monster High doll. I got a couple actually.
Monster High dolls.
Yeah. That's what I remember.
You said $100 at what age?
At
10.
10.
At 10.
That's
That's
good.
alright.
At 10, you know.
That's pretty
Hell
good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bro, there's a lot, bro.
Yeah, there's a lot. We'll try to pick the best ones here.
Have you ever had a weird and a fan interaction? Like an example, I forgot who I talked to that was kind of famous. Oh, the guy we had on last time, his name's White Brazy. He said that he can't go out to eat because then people are kind of just like in the back just taking pictures like this.
Really?
So like they're just kind of like snapping him, and he's just trying to eat in peace. And he has like a whole burger in his mouth or something.
my
They're like
God.
this. That's never happened to you? Or
No,
nothing like that?
no. I can't think of anything.
That's good then.
Man.
Yeah,
W fans then? W
W
fans?
fans.
I just remember signing someone's bota. I always remember that.
Was
I
it like
that.
was it like the bottom of the bota?
No, the top, but I
like
should have
Woody?
done it on the bottom, huh?
Like
like Woody
like
from
Andy,
Woody.
huh? Like
Yeah.
Andy.
Yeah.
I'll do that next time.
What's
It's
like
scary.
what's like the weirdest thing you've signed? Have they told you like sign their forehead or something?
A beer can.
A what? A beer can?
Beer can.
A beer
A
can?
beer can?
You got a beer can?
Yeah, that was kind of
That's
weird.
crazy.
It was kind of weird. I think someone told me to sign their forehead once too.
What? Did you didn't do
Whoa.
it?
No, I did.
Why? Oh, you did.
Yeah.
What? Should I
Okay,
be the
maybe-
next one?
I'm about to
Sorry,
say
the
maybe
next
I
one.
should get my forehead. You got one more? You wanna
Yeah.
answer?
The people want to know which city was your favorite while on tour with Ivan.
Like with the fans, I think Dallas or Santa Ana here in Cali, and like the city that I just loved was El Paso. Like I thought it was so cute. I just love it there. I'm gonna go move there. I'm gonna live there.
The vibes were good there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and my favorite food is aguachiles. So
Mm-hmm.
I had them twice from 2 different spots there, and both times they were like the best aguachiles I've ever had. So
So you really like seafood? 'Cause
yeah, I like seafood, but yeah, I just like always have aguachiles everywhere I go.
yeah, because you said earlier that your favorite food at the time was sushi. You almost wrote a song
Oh,
about
yeah,
it.
yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah,
La cumbia de
couple.
sushi.
la cumbia de
La
sushi.
comida del sushi.
Me and him love sushi actually.
I love sushi.
Yeah.
And, like if I was rich, I would eat sushi like all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It used to be my favorite, but now right now it's aguachiles. Like I feel like I have like it changes.
You
Nano
ever,
over here don't. Oh my bad. I was just saying Nano over here doesn't like seafood.
No.
Yeah, so
Mm-mm.
he doesn't enjoy the aguachiles like us.
No.
Sadly, sadly.
because of that, we're looking for a new co-host now. Like we're trying to kick him off and
Man.
Like that?
stuff.
Like that.
You have one? You want me to go?
You could go.
I was there's one right here that says, "Where's somewhere that you haven't performed yet that you would love to go?"
Yesterday I went to like the Japanese area.
Oh, Chinatown.
Oh, ramen. Mhm.
No, Chinatown.
I had ramen actually.
Ramen.
Yeah. Yeah. It was like called Little Japan or something.
Oh.
Oh.
Mhm.
Oh, I know where.
You know where?
Wait, does it got like a tower?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I've been getting my shit from there, from China.
And I
My
was
shit
like,
from China.
yeah, I was there and I was like, it'd be crazy to perform in Japan. Like hopefully.
Having
someday.
all of them dancing cumbia,
They like cumbia over there.
they probably dance better than me. Then I swear.
Yeah, I'd love to perform there, and then I also really want to perform in New York. I've been there once, but I just feel like it'd be a vibe. I don't know. We'll see.
Maybe for your tour, maybe one day we see a Stevie tour.
Is that ever gonna happen? Like, Stevie tour?
That's a plan. Hopefully soon. Hopefully.
Hopefully
I'll
we're
keep
Are we
you-
get-
backstage.
Are we getting invited again?
Of course.
Sure.
Claro que sí. Only if y'all bring
More plushies.
horchata.
Oh.
Horchata.
Ooh.
No, okay.
We're gonna bring horchata and aguachiles.
Oh, yeah. That's the best combo though.
You have one more or no?
I mean, this question says,
Can I see it?
yeah. This one
What are
says,
they saying?
well, this one says influence routine, biggest challenge in her industry. I can't say it.
Industry.
Industry. You want to read them all?
What she signed G's.
This is it. That's him.
Oh.
Oh, that's
his name.
That's our friend.
That's-
Shout out
He
Jesus.
lives in El Paso.
Oh.
Yeah.
El Paso.
He's brooming over there.
Oh,
He like-
Sunset Wire.
He does music too. That's why he was like, ask her if she'll sign me, like as a joke. But yeah,
I'll sign him.
there you go, Jesus.
Did you know you had a gift?
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
I didn't know what
Pick
it could
whichever
put
one
there.
y'all want.
Oh, okay. Well, this one is biggest challenge in your industry.
I can't say it.
That, like, you came across.
What? I said it. Never mind. I can say it.
Biggest challenge. I feel like right now it's just been like trying to keep up with everything. Like I feel like the last few months have been moving really quick, and it's just like one day I have to do this, the next day I have to do that. It's just like getting busier and busier, so it's like kind of keeping up with that, but like at the same time, like I'm like so grateful for everything, and so it's not really a challenge, but it's just like I don't know, something I'm still getting used to. But yeah, I enjoy it, so
Yeah.
I don't see it as a challenge.
Well, I want to add to that. Have you ever experienced like people kind of would try to use you in a way in the industry, like I don't know, for money or just for a little bit of fame? Like, is that like common in the industry?
Yeah, I try to just not pay attention to it, and I mean, like I was saying, I know who I am. Like most of the people that hate like don't really know you, and they're just like passing by. So
You gotta
It's like-
ignore the haters.
you gotta ignore them.
Ignore
Yeah.
the haters.
Ignore it.
Yeah.
Ignore the haters.
But
But let me tell y'all one story.
chisme.
Cheese man.
Do y'all know the story? At one of the shows, not the event tour, like a recent show that I did, there was like some haters at the show, and I couldn't believe it because like nothing like that had ever happened to me. But they were just like being haters. I'm not gonna go into it, but I don't know. I try to make it like I don't know. I try to like have fun with that
Yeah.
and like not take it seriously. So I was like I was like making fun of them, and then like everyone else was like going along with it too. So it kind of became like funny.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I think that's the best way to like to handle hate. It's just you kind of ignore it or like either make fun of it or laugh about it. You know, don't really like address it and stuff like that. But regardless, I mean, you get way more love than hate. So
Yeah.
you know, a little hate.
that's what you gotta focus on.
Yeah, for sure. Anything you want to ask, Nano? Before ending it?
We finna get VIP today.
bro.
Yeah, of course.
Only if you bust the dance moves out.
I'm down.
But pupusas are tacos.
Oh my God, here we go.
Tamales or pupusas?
Tamales or pupusas?
Mm-hmm.
She's taking a
She's
long
trying not to
time.
offend us.
I know.
We're looking at her like.
Do it to them. Do it.
I'm like getting all nervous over here. That's hard. Like, how do you even compare?
Los dos,
Los dos.
Tamales.
Bro.
Like I feel like I'm gonna let my Mexicans down if I say pupusas, and I'm gonna let y'all down if I say tacos.
Don't worry,
know.
it's only two.
I
It's
like
only
them
two.
both.
Both? So
Actually,
pupusas?
no.
Okay.
I'm gonna be honest. I kind of like pupusas a little more.
Bro.
Okay, Carlos, Omar, everybody's shocked right now.
It's because I haven't really had like a good tamal in a long time. I don't know where to find them. I haven't had a good tamal.
His mom.
Oh, oh
Your
my
mom?
God. His mom makes some good ass tamales, bro.
Better than pupusas?
Huh?
Better than pupusas?
Nah, not better than
Nah,
pupusas.
nothing.
Damn, shit. All right, next question.
Anything else you wanna?
Yeah, I'm trying to think one of those questions. I can't.
And is there anything you wanna maybe ask us? Tell the camera anything or?
Well, I just want to say thank you guys for having me here. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate these little gifts and for having me. I hope y'all had a good time, and I'm happy to be here.
Thank you.
y'all.
Thank you for coming on.
Appreciate it.
Hope you had fun. Hope you like all the gifts.
I do. I love them. Don't you see? I'm obsessed. No, but thank you for real.
Well, yeah, we appreciate it. Guys, by the time this episode comes out, their new song is gonna be out already. You guys most likely already heard it. You guys already pre-saved it. Triste Verano, Estevie featuring Danny Lux. So make sure y'all check it out on everything, right? Apple Music, YouTube.
Claro que sí.
Is there a music video for that?
There's gonna be a little visualizer.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah.
y'all make sure y'all check that out. Make sure y'all check out Estevie on everything.
Thank you.
We really appreciate for having you. Also want to shout out to your mom, and then shout out to Becky. Okay, Becky. Yeah, shout out to Becky too.
Becky
They've
G.
been really helpful to make all of this happen. And
Does your mom want to say hi? Does she want to come in?
Say hi. She's camera shy.
It's okay.
we're about to play
Sit.
poker right now.
Nah.
We better see what's up.
I'm already winning.
All in, all
I
in.
go all in.
All right. Well, thank you. We'll see you later.
All right, guys.
All right, thank you guys.
All right, y'all.
We out.